Hello, second grade. This is our core video. We're going to be learning more about the Romans. And with that, I want you to open up to your binder. And you will have, let's see, you have a couple of choices for your coloring page. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3. You can choose to pick one of them and color it, and then if you finish, you can do another one. Or you can just pick your favorite one. You don't have to do all of them. You can only do a couple if you want. The way that this is going to work is that I am going to play a video. Sorry, I'm not going to play a video. I'm going to play an audio. So for a couple of minutes, we're going to listen to a story. We're going to listen to an audiobook, okay? So while we listen to the audiobook, I want you to go ahead and color your picture. Don't worry about, I want you to color your picture and then listen to the audiobook, okay? You can color, you don't have to look up at the screen. You just color your little heart out and just listen to the video. Okay, let us begin. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I am going to we're going to listen to it. Just give me 1 quick second. And here we go.
Military conflicts. Not only did Rome have struggles at home between plebeians and patricians, it also had struggles with other cities and tribes. Rome was surrounded by hostile peoples and always seemed to be at war with somebody. Rome's wars were fought by her citizens. If a war broke out, a man would be expected to leave his farm to go fight. This made the Romans hardened warriors and gave the people a sense of pride in their country. Sometimes the Romans suffered setbacks. In 390 BC, a band of barbarians from the north defeated a Roman army and ransacked the city. But the Romans were organized and well-disciplined, and though they may have lost an occasional battle, they always won the war. Rome eventually grew her territory, gobbling up all the surrounding tribes, absorbing the Greek cities to the south, and even gaining power over her former master, the Etruscans. By 264 BC, the Romans were the masters of Italy. Their victorious citizen army had brought a hard-fought peace to Italy. Meanwhile, the government of the Roman Republic managed the affairs of her citizens and allies skillfully, always increasing Rome's power and reputation. The humble little hilltop town of Romulus had become the most powerful city-state outside of Greece. In the next chapter, we will see how Rome's growing power brought it into conflict with another powerful city-state, leading to the biggest war in the history of the ancient world.
Okay, so we're going to listen to a couple more, 2 more, but I just want to recap what they just told us in this video. So they just told us that Rome has become the biggest power in the Mediterranean Sea. Rome has taken over all of Italy, and it's even taken over some of the Greek city-states. Rome is the most powerful country, most powerful power in all of Europe, and it is taking over everything. And next on Rome's agenda is they are going straight for the Greeks. They want to take the Greeks. They want the Greek land. So they are on their way to Greece. Let's learn a little bit more.
Chapter 24. The Punic Wars. Carthage. The Romans grew powerful, but they never forgot about the early wars they had fought to win their freedom. The Roman men who overthrew the Tarquins and established the Republic were honored as heroes. Romulus was even worshipped as a god. But Rome's successes brought it into conflict with other peoples. The Greeks in the south, the Gauls in the north, and the powerful city of Carthage across the Mediterranean Sea. Carthage was a city-state on the northern coast of Africa, right across the sea from Italy. It had been founded by the Phoenicians and the Canaanites of Tyre and Sidon, whom we met way back in chapter 6. The Phoenician traders set up colonies all along the Mediterranean coasts. These colonies were trading outposts for Phoenician sailors. Because of its excellent location halfway across the Mediterranean, Carthage became the wealthiest of these colonies. It grew to become a powerful city-state. By 300 BC, it dominated shipping in the western Mediterranean and controlled territory from Africa to Spain. One place the Carthaginians tried to control was Sicily, the large island to the south of Italy. The Carthaginians had taken over half the island. The other half was controlled by various Greek city-states, some with ties to Rome. It became clear that either Rome or Carthage must control the whole island. Some Sicilian cities were allied with Rome. Others were allied with Carthage. In 264 BC, Rome went to war with Carthage to stop it from taking control of the whole island. Rome would fight a total of 3 wars with Carthage. These were called the Punic Wars, a term that comes from the Latin word punici, the Roman name for the Carthaginians.
Okay, so we just heard about what happened in Carthage. So I want to explain a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. And now we're in our map. So this is what is happening. Rome, right here. Do we see that right there? Rome. Right there. Rome is now powerful, is so powerful. It's taken over France. It's taken over Spain, Africa, Germany, all of this, it's taken over. All of this is Rome now. And there is a place called Carthage. Carthage. Off the coast of Africa. Right here, do we see this? So this belongs to Greece. Carthage. Right here. Carthage. This is Greek. The Greeks live here. They trade. They go here, and then their boats go here to Rome, and they go all over. And it's Greek. Can you say that with me? Carthage. It's a place. If we click it, maybe we can see. This is Carthage. Well, this is what's left. That is Carthage. Do you see these pillars? Carthage. Carthage. And so what the Romans did, what's happening is that the Carthage people, they are Greek, want to take over an island next to Italy. It's this one. It looks like the ball. Remember when we were drawing when we were drawing Italy, we said it's a boot and then it's kicking a ball. Well, the ball is an island, And the island is called Sicily. Can you say that with me? Sicily. Good. So we have the Romans who have taken over everything. And then we have the Carthaginians. Can you say that? Carthaginians. They live in Carthage. Can we say that? Carthaginians. They live in Carthage. So, guess what's going to happen? Rome doesn't want to share. Because guess what? The Romans can be a little greedy. They're not going to share. And the people from Carthage, the Greeks, they want this little island. They want it. And guess what they're going to do? They said, we are not going to back down. We are going to fight you, Rome. And Rome said, bring it on. So now, Rome is going to fight with Greece. And it's not going to be pretty. They're going to fight. And you know what we call this war? We call it the Punic War. Can you say that with me? The Punic War. So we have Carthage and we have Rome. And now they're going to fight. And this fight is called the Punic Wars. Can you say that with me? The Punic Wars. Okay, good. We're going to listen to one more and then we'll be done. Okay, let's see where it went. There it is. Okay.
Rome versus Carthage. The war was long, lasting for 23 years. At first, the Carthaginians defeated the Romans because the Romans had no navy and were not skilled in sea warfare. The Carthaginians were led by a powerful general named Hamilcar. For a while, it seemed like Hamilcar would beat the Romans. But one thing the Romans did well was borrow other people's ideas and improve upon them. The Romans found a Carthaginian ship washed up on the shore, studied it, and built their own ships. They tinkered with the design until the Roman ships were superior to those of Carthage. Eventually, the war turned in the Romans' favor. In 241 BC, the war ended and Carthage surrendered. The Carthaginians were furious. They wanted revenge.
Okay. So, as you heard, I'm going to recap what he said. Rome is fighting against Carthage. And at first, guess who was winning? The Greeks, the Carthaginians. They were winning. Why? Because the Carthaginians had a navy. What is a navy? Good question. A navy is like a military. It is military on boats. Because look, how is Rome going to fight against Carthage? It has to go through the ocean. There's no way. It would take so long to go all the way around, and then get there. So what's Rome going to do? It's going to go fight with its army on the ocean. That's a navy. But guess what? Rome didn't have a navy. They only had soldiers on the land. So they lost. They lost for a long time. They were losing. But guess who had boats? The Carthaginians. So the Greeks, the Carthaginians, were winning. But guess what Rome did? Rome found one of the Carthaginians' boats because the Carthaginians, the Greeks, made these beautiful boats. They were so great and they could withstand anything. And so the Romans found this boat. And you know what they did? They stole their idea and they made it better. So they made these bigger boats. And then guess what happened? You're right. Rome won. And it won. And it took 23 years. How long did it take? It took 23 years. It was a war that was 23 years long. So they fought and they fought. And at the end of the day, Rome won. And guess what they did? They conquered. You're right. They conquered the Greeks. And I would have loved to have gone into first grade and conquered those Greeks, but we weren't able to do that. But maybe when we get back from this coronavirus, we can march into first grade and win back and defeat the Carthaginians. But as we can see, they fought this war. What was the war called? The Punic War. And it was Rome against Carthage. And they battled for 23 years. And at first, Rome was losing. But at the end, Rome won. So that's all we're talking about today. Tomorrow we'll talk about some more. I hope you finished your coloring page. If you didn't, that is okay. We'll continue to color more. God bless and totus tuus.